Current champ here once again. Get ready to buckle up because today we're getting pretty opinionated. There's hardly anything special about ketchup. Its tangy adds a bit of that extra oomph, sure, but I find it hard to see why it's so popular. Tomatoes, when eaten as is or prepared in literally any other way, are better. As a condiment, it brings nothing much to the table. While there are variations of ketchup out there, the base version barely improves the food. Hot sauce or ranch pair better with most food, so I find it better to just eat tomatoes as is instead of sauceifying it.
Summer is overrated. People get hyped for summer just to avoid the heat. Isn't it ironic? The season everyone claims to love is the same one they constantly complain about. It's so hot, I'm melting, the AC bill's insane. No kidding, it's summer. Personally, I can't stand the heat. I'm a fall guy through and through. Give me that crisp breeze, those red gold leaves, and the cozy twilight where the air smells like campfires and comfort. The southern heat though, that's a villain origin story waiting to happen. If summer fun means sweating through my shirt just to stand outside for 5 minutes, count me out.
Some tropes can be half-assed and still end up pretty solid. Enemies to lovers, however, is not one of them. There's a huge amount of care that goes into executing a good story with this trope. For starters, a good enemies to lovers story needs slow burn because, let's face it, you would never fall in love with your enemy in a short amount of time. It requires build-up done tastefully so that the end result is satisfying while not dragging out and boring the audience. Plus, some people go too far with the enemies part of this. I get that they have to hate each other, but if someone is out there giving you trauma after trauma and you still fall in love with them, there's a name for that. It's Stockholm Syndrome. And that's toxic, enough said.
Black coffee is gross. Let's be real, it tastes like dirt water. Don't come at me with it's an acquired taste. So is licking a battery. It's literally hot, bean-flavored water filtered through what might as well be soil. Sure, it's got caffeine, but so does soda. If I'm going to sip something bitter, at least let it have some cream, sugar, or personality. Straight black coffee is for people who think pain builds character.
Oranges are great, but they simply aren't fun to eat. The white, stringy bits of the orange makes eating them a lot more of a hassle. Compare that to the ease of just biting into an apple or grabbing a handful of grapes. Some people find problems with taking out the orange's skin, but my main issue with it really lies with the white strings wrapping around it. There's something about its texture that really puts me off while biting into the juicy orange itself. Plus, there tends to be a lot of them, so they're difficult to ignore.
Wishing death on someone is wrong no matter what. There's no justification for it. None. No matter how angry, hurt, or vengeful you are, wishing death on someone crosses a moral line. It's one thing to want distance from a person. It's another to want them gone forever. Life should always be valued. Even when people mess up, you can be mad, you can vent, but to hope someone dies, that's darkness. There's never a right time for death threats. Even as a joke, words matter.
We all need to collectively embrace camp and harmless cringe. While seeing two ladies pulling each other's hair out in a telenovela happened more times than we could count, you can't deny it's entertaining. Those I Got Adopted by One Direction fics of 2013 are weird as hell too, but you can't deny they're so bizarre to the point of being funny. We all like to laugh about stupid things. As a result, even the most cliche-ridden plots end up being fun. The only pitfall to this is when creators of said media take themselves and their work too seriously. Once that happens, that's when the fun dissipates. But otherwise, we all get a good laugh from those so bad it's good works.
If it wasn't for women, luxury brands wouldn't exist. Let's be honest, luxury thrives on appeal, and that appeal largely driven by women. Men buy designer stuff to impress women, period. We're simple creatures. Men are drawn to fast cars, games, and gadgets, not handbags and high heels. You think dudes would spend $2,000 on shoes if women didn't care? Luxury fashion is powered by attraction, and that's not a bad thing, it's just reality.
While it's true that this is such a nuisance, I genuinely think there are worse things out there. For one, wet socks are worse. Sticky hands are more irritating. Getting food smudges on perfectly clean clothes are much more groan-inducing. At least with wet sleeve seams, they get dried quicker since your arms are fully exposed to the elements anyways. Compare that to wet socks and you'll see what I mean. It sucks, but at least it's over after a while in front of a fan or AC.
Basketball highlights are overrated. How many times can we watch someone throw a ball in a hoop before it gets old? Don't get me wrong, I love basketball, but after the 500 dunk compilation, it's just noise. The same crossovers, same slow-mo replays, same dramatic oohs from the crowd. The magic fades when you realize you've seen that exact dunk before, just in a different jersey. Honestly, the same applies to idol survival shows. Once you've seen one amazing moment, you've kind of seen them all. Repetition kills excitement.
I completely understand using transparent bags to give security an easier time. I also love the concept behind ITA bags, those bags with a clear front pocket to showcase cute trinkets. What I will never understand, however, is using completely see-through bags for any other occasion. While you may be very organized, at some point there will be clutter. If you also happen to use little pouches inside, they'll also tumble around live in 4K for everyone to see. Personally, I wouldn't want anyone seeing my belongings. Furthermore, this could also draw in thieves or pickpocketers if they chance upon anything valuable in your bag. Best to just reserve this type of bag for concert or high security scenarios.
K-dramas and Korean movies are better than most American shows right now. No contest. Korean storytellers get it. They know how to twist your emotions like a Rubik's Cube. Romance, tragedy, action, all in one breath. The villains actually have depth. The plots don't drag for 10 seasons, and the visuals, chef's kiss. Meanwhile, a lot of Western media feels either recycled or bloated. Korean filmmakers respect the story and the audience's attention span, and that's why they're winning.
Some of us are getting way too comfortable online. We've got folks out there treating their personal accounts, with their full names mind you, like their digital diary. I don't mind people being open about their beliefs and takes online, but there are those out there who seem to have no qualms whatsoever with all things TMI. I don't need to know about your bowel movement. I don't care that your kid brawled with another kid at the park. Personal matters are called that for a reason. Normalize having secrets again.
iPhones might be basic, but they last longer than Samsungs. Facts. We've all had Androids, and we've all been betrayed by one at some point. iPhones may not be the flashiest, but they age like fine wine. iOS just works. No lag, no virus nightmares, no random updates that break everything. And don't even get me started on MacBooks. They last so long you'll graduate, get a job, and retire before they die. Unless you're a tech caveman who treats your phone like a stress ball, Apple's got you covered.
This is mainly for those with super dry and sensitive skin. You get what I mean here. That sticky, heavy feeling on your skin after lotion right on a humid day. I personally think it's a terrible sensation. One, it makes you feel sweaty even when you aren't, and it almost makes the hot weather feel more amplified. While there are lightweight, non-sticky lotions out there, the ones getting prescribed are more heavy-duty, hence they feel that way. And as someone with eczema, it's terrible having little to no lightweight options for hot climates.
A 10 face beats a 10 body any day. Pretty faces don't go out of style. Looks fade, sure. But facial beauty has staying power. A stunning face is what you want to wake up to, not abs or curves that might change in a few years. A nice body turns heads, but a beautiful face turns hearts. There's something timeless about a genuinely pretty face. It's elegance, not just attraction.
Some people are steadfast and stand their ground when it comes to their beliefs. Meanwhile, other people claim to be like this first type, when in reality, they're just inconsiderate. No thought put into others' well-being. They just want to get whatever it is that they want. At that point, you're not even stubborn anymore. You're just a difficult person to deal with. I am all for standing up for yourself and holding your own ground, but people really need to differentiate between that and being an asshat.
Women who smoke are a red flag. And honestly, this goes for anyone. It stinks, it ruins your lungs, and it adds nothing to your life except a habit that slowly destroys it. There's nothing cool or mysterious about bad breath and nicotine-stained fingers. You can be stressed and still choose better coping mechanisms. Smoking is one of those things that ages you inside and out and fast.
Sanctuaries dedicated to keeping wild animals safe if they can't return to the wild are great, and they deserve to be kept around and funded accordingly. Most zoos and aquariums, on the other hand, should not. We've all heard the cases of animals getting neglected, abused, forced into environments they aren't made for. That alone should show that those zoos want nothing but monetary gain. They see no issue with exploiting animals who just want to survive. Not to mention that sometimes their safety protocols for the visitors' sake are far too lenient. Things like this have led to casualties, so it's high time that these places get thoroughly inspected and reprimanded over their mishandlings.
Michael Jackson is the most famous celebrity in history, period. And there have been stars, icons, legends, but MJ was the phenomenon. His fame transcended culture, geography, and generation. Everyone knew who he was, from New York to the smallest villages in Africa or Asia. You can't say that about Beyonce, Bowie, or even Marilyn Monroe. MJ's reach was beyond stardom. It was global mythology. His music, his moves, his influence, it all reshaped pop culture itself. There will never be another like. So, that's our batch of hot takes for today. Agree or disagree? Well, either way, I hope we're not getting pitchforks to our faces. Remember that these are just our humble opinions. If you've got any diabolical takes of your own, drop them down below. Who knows, maybe we'll also have something to say about your 2 cents. It's Current Champ here. Stay opinionated. Peace out.
And I'ma just do me. A new thing hold me down on 2 feet. That's 10 toes, bust 4, 5, and 6 foes. Need 2, 6, 4, 0 eyes and a 6 4.